Hello, everyone. My name is Amberly Reyes, and I am introducing the artist and photographer Joel Sternfeld. So, a few things about him that I researched and wanted to share with you guys is that Joel was born and raised in New York. He was born on June 30th, 1944, and he is currently still alive and is 78 years old. Sternfeld was most famous for the use of film as his medium. He also is famous for setting the tone for color photography as a respected art medium. And a few books he illustrated and or was a part of are Stranger Passing, Walking the High Line, Oxbow Archive, and trust me, there is a lot more if you're interested in checking those out as well. So, Sternfeld began taking colored photos back in 1970 after he learned about the color theory, and he made color a very important element in all his photographs. He focused on the way the world was evolving around him, from political transitions to the way individuals were altering certain landscapes. He even dedicated another photo series regarding to um, emphasizing those photographs and just combining them all for the places he traveled, where he would photograph those landscapes that were altered by humans and he found interesting and humorous. So that's another thing if you'd like to research. So overall, his main focus was the life that was happening around him, from portrait to landscape photographies. So he didn't just focus just on portraits or just landscapes. As we all know, there are photographers that do that. He incorporated both. Um, so that's another really interesting fact about him that I actually really enjoyed learning about. Um, Again, while taking these photographs, he focused on the color of these images that they expressed. Sternfeld started his career with small and medium film cameras, focusing on street photography, but slowly transitioned onto using a large format film camera to capture most of his work in color. So, again, a thing that I took from his work is that I could see how he tried to aliven these photographs and aliven the transition of life through color. Um, Obviously, back then, what was most common was black and white photographs, but he, again, was another symbol of growth in photography in helping transition that black and white photography onto color. So that's another important thing. And again, his career overall was sparked by the influence of his travel across America, which many of the photographs that I'll show a little bit soon are photographs across the country of him and his travels and where he really got his influence from. His work is important as they convey the life back then and as well opens a door to those understanding the development of photography now. So essentially, his work is historical as it followed that transition from black and white photos, again, as I mentioned prior, to color, as he also was responsible for the influence of color photography and is why it is popular today. So now I'm going to show you a couple of his photographs that I chose. There's so much more, and I really, really want to encourage you all to check him out. I feel like his photographs overall, like every single one of them, is so powerful. So yes, please check him out. So, so this first photograph here is called the McLean, and he took it, I believe it was in Virginia. in December 1978. So again, he took photographs. I kind of just want to reiterate how he took photographs of everything, and which is why I kind of wanted to say that he basically just, his work was inspired by life, the life that was happening around him. So he would also take pictures of, life has tragedy, life has happy moments and sad ones. And this is one of them. This is a tragic event happening, a house getting on fire. This next one is Rustic Canyon. I believe this one was in Santa Monica, May 1979. I think what's cool here is that you see that like pink flowered hill, and it relates to that just small tiny car there on the right corner that's pink as well, which I like that it kind of bounces off each other. They bounce off each other. The next one is called Domestic Workers Waiting for the Bus, April 1983. This next one is Potato Harvest, October 1982. This next one is The Stonewall Inn, February 1994. And then we have this last photograph that I'm sharing with you guys. Central Park, taken obviously in New York City in May 1993. As we can see, he also captured the transitions of the season and the way he photographed things as well. I feel he kind of related his photographs to that as well. We started again with the December picture, which you can see a little bit more of those gloomy hue tones. He progressed then onto May and April, and the spring had a bit more color, the pinks, a bit more warmth colors. And then he went into fall, where we can see his photographs of the potato harvest, where it's a little bit again back to being gloomy. And I think what's cool is the Stonewall Inn. That was kind of another favorite of mine. You can see on the display there the heart and kind of that like February Valentine holiday creeping up. So just a couple questions that I'd like you guys to take with you and possibly reply back with. And I want to also share my answers to these questions. Would be, what does his style of photography convey? I believe that it conveys the transitions in life, whether they're good or bad. That's kind of what I kind of discovered and felt through his photography and his work that I've researched. Again, if you had to pick one of his photographs that resonates with you the most, which one and why? It can be a photo from the ones I shared with you guys, but I would really like to encourage you all to research him quickly and just kind of look through a few of his photographs that I didn't put on this slideshow that you feel resonates with you the most, and I would appreciate you guys just sharing why. I chose this photo down below here of what seems like a family. We see it seems like a dad figure, mother figure, and then the son. And what I enjoy is looking at the little boy's face. He seems content. He seems happy. And in all honesty, the surroundings, what could be possibly their living situation, doesn't look, um, I could say, we can say, doesn't look positive. It doesn't look as happy. And I just really enjoyed seeing that he's there, enjoying it, accepting it, and living in it. And I think that's a very powerful way to live life. So, overall, guys, I hope you guys learned as much as I did about Joel Sternfeld, and I hope that you guys do a little bit more research as well and look him up, as he is a very interesting and powerful photographer in the 1970s.